What's up, you guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience jumping back into Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, without further ado, join the party chat. So, if you've never heard of this game, you might be wondering, what is Animal Crossing New Horizons? Well, instead of giving you my cheap, brain-picking definition of the game, I would rather give you one that's written out in a good, more precise, give you the whole gist summary kind of way. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a social simulation game developed and published by Nintendo in 2020 for the Nintendo Switch. It is the fifth main entry in the Animal Crossing series. In New Horizons, the player controls a character who moves to a deserted island after purchasing a getaway package from Tom Nook, accomplishes assigned tasks, and develops the island as they choose. They can gather and craft items, customize the island, and develop it into a community of anthropomorphic animals. So I think that gives you the gist. I would say it's like a slice of life kind of game, and time passes in real time, which makes you feel, I guess, more connected. So you get the idea. I can't recall the exact year that I first discovered the Animal Crossing franchise, but it all started for me with Animal Crossing New Leaf. And me and my sister, we put so many hours into Animal Crossing New Leaf. And when Animal Crossing New Horizons was announced, we were so excited. And it came just at the right time too, because my junior year of high school was shut down and we're at home 24/7. We have nothing to do but play games and watch TV. And so Nintendo was so smart to release Animal Crossing when they did. It couldn't have come at a more perfect time. It was one of my comfort games during quarantine because at least something was happening. You know what I mean? There was something to look forward to each day as the game progressed. I've started over countless times because while I do love Animal Crossing, one thing about it is I'm the sort of creative where it's like I'll start working on something, I'll have a great idea, and I'll like start it with so much gusto and passion, and then I get a new idea and then I want to do that, and that's where my focus goes. So I stopped and started many different islands over the course of time, especially after I played for the first time, discovering, oh, you can terraform, oh, you can do this, you can do that. I wanted to start over with the knowledge that I would be able to change certain things as time went on, because I was used to the New Leaf format, and that's what I thought I was getting. So I was pleasantly surprised finding out we could terraform, change the rivers, change the cliffs, and so that was my first start over, and I kept doing it from there. The more I got different ideas for what I wanted my island to look like. I also would stop playing in between whenever it would get a little repetitive. Why did I stop playing Animal Crossing New Horizons? Well, for me, if you're my friend on the Switch, you can see I have 1,000+ hours, I believe, on Animal Crossing. This is because I would stop and start again and stop and start over repeatedly. I would play it in between playing other games, and when certain new games would come out, which is a common theme that you'll see with me whenever I'm talking about why I stopped playing a certain game. Whenever new games come out, I tend to like leave other ones I was playing before by the wayside and then come back to them again later once I get bored with whatever the current game is. It's almost like my gaming attention span is just kind of short. Either it's short or these games just don't hold me the way they used to. Either way, I would get bored. It does get repetitive. Animal Crossing can get repetitive, and if I'm not like inspired or really motivated to continue playing, that's typically when I drop off from it. And then once I'm ready to start playing again, like I never quite feel the same connection to my previous island. Any of you who play that, can you relate to that? And it just also happens that I tend to be in different self-personal eras every time. It's like what I might have liked for my island then, I wouldn't like so much now. And so that causes me to change things. Thus, I stopped playing Animal Crossing. Within the same thing, I'll talk about why I'm back to playing Animal Crossing. As I said, periodically I go back. It's a toxic relation. I go back quite a lot, and this just happens to be one of those times where I'm back to play. But the difference this time is I'm going to be keeping record of this via my videos and stuff. Hopefully that'll make me like stick with just one island and not do the most. Hopefully I can actually like finish out a vision for this island. But yes, so what brought me back is just simply I miss playing Animal Crossing. I like having something to do daily in my mornings, something to look forward to daily. It's fun for me. And so I'm like, I should do like videos on this and maybe it'll make me like actually stick to it. Simple as that. So in returning to Animal Crossing, one thing hit me like pretty like big at the start is how slow the beginning is. I realized while this beginning part can be enjoyable, it's only enjoyable when you experience it for the first time. At least for me, just because the first few days start out especially slow as you're like unlocking features of what all you can do. And when you've seen it so many times like I have, it gets kind of like redundant to where it's like, okay, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, I know how this goes already. Can we please move on? But I was determined to see it through. So the first few days were full of not much, but I was gonna keep going with it anyways so that I could bring a video to you guys, whoever is watching, about my return, right? So, you know, you kind of realize within it, you're really being used in a big way by Tom Nook. He starts this whole getaway package thing, only to then make you put in all the effort for his idea coming to fruition. And I'm like, what payment do I get for this? You literally helped this man get a business and an entire island off the ground, and yet he still charges high-priced home loans. Like, sir, that could have just been my payment and I would have been okay. Or like give me a little discount. But maybe like what the favor is in return is him not adding interest rates to the home loan, okay? You start out, the big thing you have to start out with is getting the museum to become a thing. Blathers, he's in his little tent, and the most annoying thing about this part of the game is that when you're handing in bugs and fish that you've caught, you have to hand them one by one. First, you have to hand them one by one to Tom Nook, but he like gives you things in betwixt those parts. But then after you get to the point where it's like, okay, Blathers is here, he has his tent. In the tent, you have to give him 15 different discoveries, and you literally have to hand them to him one by one. This for me was tedious because I knew this was coming and I had to like just set all of the bugs and fish out on my island in the in-between time until I could turn them in. So I already had the quota of what all I needed to get. I could see this being less annoying if I didn't have everything already, so I was going to him each time I got a catch, and that would have made it less annoying, would have made it more understandable. But because I came prepared and I already had everything he needed, I wish they would have made it to where you could just select all of them. But I understand they want there to be that dialogue and for you to see that Blathers will talk to you about your catches and everything if you give them one by one. At least I think that's what the point was. Otherwise, I don't see any justification for this annoying part of the game. After everything is finished with Blathers, next thing you know, you are tasked with helping Timmy and Tommy with their shop, which was fine. They don't really harm anybody, they don't scam you, and they're pretty kind. So I didn't have too much of a problem helping them out. Again, I knew this was coming and did some preparation beforehand, but I wish I would have saved up more of my regular wood, because regular wood just, you really need it when you start out in this game. And a lot of the time for me, the regular wood shows up the least when I'm trying to get wood. I'm not sure if that's like just the game because it is needed so much, or if that's just me. But it was pretty annoying. After helping them with their shop, you wait till the next day, right? Within these first few days, within these first 4 or 5 or so days, I'm not quite sure anymore, I was really enjoying my time being back on Animal Crossing. The relaxing atmosphere and feeling like I am building towards something, I am creating something, it felt good. It's a game you can just chill, lay back in bed. You don't have to like sit and be like, it's like not like oh shoot, like I'm about to lose this if I don't get my head in the game. It's not a game, it's a game you can just sit, chill, listen to some music, maybe listen to some podcasts, you know, whatever. Just relax and just play the game. And that was nice. I needed that for those days that was going on. So it was good. But I had a few issues. First issue, oh my god, the scorpions were on something weird. I encountered so many scorpions, and yes, one got me. But here was the weird part. The weird part was that some of these scorpions were chickens. And I'm like, what in the world? Because I would be trying to get my trick together, you know, digging the holes and everything. And then like gonna attract it so it'll come, fall in the hole, and like catch it, right? These scorpions were on something different. They kept disappearing. They kept running the opposite way. It was weird. It was really, really weird. And then the wasps kept getting me. Like, why are there so many wasp nests? And honestly, I'm just gonna go back to calling them bees because wasp just does not roll off the tongue. It's really hard for me to pronounce. They kept stinging me up and knocking me down. Well, I'm just trying to get some wood. That was something. That was really something. But what really got me was this. So, after getting the shop, and the next day, Tom Nook, he's all like, listen, we have 3 interested parties who are willing to move here. Because here's how it is in my mind. In my mind, I'm like, that part doesn't come until like after you go talk to people using the Nook Miles tickets, right? That's what I thought. So when he first said this, I'm like, okay, maybe they're just making him say that, but then I'm gonna have to like go out and still find the people anyways, right? So I'm like, okay. Mind you, I did use my first Nook Miles ticket, but I ignored the couple of people that I saw just because I wasn't interested in them, and I didn't even know it was to the point where I could like invite people to my island yet. I guess I just forgot about that step in the game, like where in this beginning phase that step of the game took place, because recruiting people to the island wasn't exactly mentioned, so it wasn't exactly on the forefront of the brain. So it's to the part where I'm working on the houses and doing the furniture on the inside and outside, which I really think I should have been compensated for. Because think about it, for those of you who have played Happy Home Paradise, this is the exact kind of thing you do on there, in which she pays you as a starting 6,000 Poki. 6,000 Poki. And Tom Nook pays you not a single bell. The only thing he provides you with is the recipes to make the stuff. It's not like he gives you the materials, and it's not like he gives you anything special for completing this task. He's just like, thanks. But it feels like it's a thankless job doing tasks for Tom Nook. But it's like, you want the game to progress, so you do it anyway. You want all the features, so you do it anyway. But it's really a thankless job working for that man. Anyway, so I'm doing the houses and everything, thinking like, okay, once these are done, then I'm gonna have to like get some Nook Miles tickets and go out and find people before they put random people into the homes. To my shock and dismay, as soon as I finished getting the interior and exterior items together for these houses, which like took forever, I noticed the front of all of them say sold. But this is how it starts. I see the first one and I'm like, it says sold. I'm like, what? Okay, maybe it's gonna be like the other 2 that I'm gonna be able to find people for, and it's just like this so that the next day someone new will be moving in for sure, right? So once I see that, I'm like, this is what I do. I see who it is. I immediately look them up. Like, would I have chosen this person to come to my island? The answer was no. I go to the second plot, hoping that it doesn't say sold and that I have time. It says sold. I look up the person. Would I have chosen them to come to my island? The answer was no. At this point, on the inside, I'm because in this, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to go out and I'm going to literally keep making Nook Miles tickets until I find the perfect villagers that I want to come to my place, because I'm thinking of this as being my forever place. You know what I mean? Like the one that 5 years from now I look back on and it's still the same. I was looking to make this a forever thing. Now I'm doing a YouTube channel, you know, like I kind of have like a little brand thing going on that I'm trying to do. So I'm like, I'm gonna have the same place that like is reflective of that, and I'm gonna like really put my heart and soul into. So I want everything to be perfect the way I want it. And if you've played this game, you know how difficult it can be to get a specific person to move out. and to leave. It'll take forever. And I wanted to play this without time travel. So, because it's supposed to be my forever thing, you know what I mean? So, I'm like, I'm already mad inside because that's 2 people I would not have picked. And mind you, I didn't even really like my starter 2 people, but I'm like, those are just 2 people. I can deal with that. I can be fine with having 2 people that don't quite fit what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? It was perfectly fine to me. I'm like, they'll grow on. But it's like now 4 people. So I'm like, please, please, please let the 3rd one be vacant. If I can just get one person that I personally selected, I'll be okay. I'll run to the 3rd plot. And once again, now mind you, one of these 3, I wasn't that mad about the character, just more so annoyed that I didn't get to pick them. But one of them had a character where it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Might have been the first one that was like, okay, that's cool. After I seen the 3rd one, I literally froze on it. I looked up the person. I'm like, are y'all kidding me? Because it would be 4 or 5 people that I'm just like not feeling. Like, are y'all ready? Like, are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? I felt like my time was wasted working on those homes. This is what I did. I deleted everything. I deleted the game entirely from my Switch. I deleted my save data. I deleted everything. I was upset. I was really upset because I was looking forward to the part where you go out to find the people to come stay at your island. The most of all the things I remember doing at the beginning of this game. I was so mad, but I was just being quiet because I'm like, it's just a game. You don't need to get like mad. But I was mad because I felt like I had just severely wasted my time looking forward to that specific part, only for them to not only pick villagers at random for me, but ones I don't even like and wouldn't like. I was upset, I was bitter, I was salty, I was all of these things. I went through all that hard work going day by day, real time, for that. For them to treat me wrong like that. For them to really play on my name like that. Play on my time. I was highly upset. I deleted everything. And that's how my return to Animal Crossing went. That's the whole story. At that point, I had deleted it all, voiding everything I did prior. Just like impulsively, I'm like, delete. Like, that's how it was. That's the story. It all was for nothing. Although it really didn't go as I planned, I don't necessarily fully regret it because I felt like, okay, if I at least make the video and put it out anyways, then this won't have all been for nothing. And so here I am making this video. I don't regret it. For what it was fine. But like I said, I told myself, as long as I made the video and talked about this, then I wouldn't have actually wasted my time. So here I am fulfilling that it was worth something. Even if like somebody got a little smile out of this video, then I did everything for a reason, a good reason. I wasn't wasting time that could have been used on another game. So anyone watching, I really sincerely appreciate you because you made my struggle actually matter. Thanks for joining the party chat. Peace out. I know that was pretty grim.
Go! Ojalá